Hey guys, I hope you are doing great. We're really about to dig into our As a Man Thinketh study, and it's going to be good. I've been working on the content, and I think it's going to add a ton of value to you. And I'm even going to go out on a ledge and say it's going to be life-changing if you'll dive in. I promise you it will. And I want to share a quick video with you today. I'm calling this video, Feed Your Faith, Starve Your Fear. Feed your faith, starve your fear. So I got this from a story. Maybe you've heard the story before. There was a young boy. He was growing up in a village. In this village, they had a rite of passage for all young boys for them to, whenever it became time for them to go into manhood, right? They had this rite of passage. And this rite of passage was actually kind of dangerous, right? They would have to go out into the wilderness and they would have to survive in the wilderness for a period of time. And not all little boys made it back. And there's this one little boy in particular, and it was getting close to his time for him to have his rite of passage. And he was really struggling. He was having these bad dreams at night. And each night he would wake up and he was afraid. And he had all the sweat pouring off of him. He was really afraid and nervous. And finally he goes to the chief of the tribe, the elder of the tribe. And he says, you know, Chief, I know it's getting time for my rite of passage. I'm really afraid. I'm really nervous about going out. I'm actually having these dreams. These bad dreams are coming to me. And I'm afraid something bad's going to happen. The chief of the tribe asked him, he said, well, tell me about your dream. And he says, well, in my dream, I have these two wolves. And one wolf is this pure white wolf. And whenever I see this pure white wolf, you know, I feel strong and I feel bold and I feel courageous. But then there's this red, fiery wolf. And when I see him, I get really afraid. And there are times in my dreams, this red wolf will come in and devour the white wolf. And that's when I wake up and I'm afraid and I'm nervous and I'm sweating. And I'm afraid that I'm going to get out there and this red wolf is going to devour the white wolf. And the chief of the tribe, he kind of intently listened. He listened to the little boy's story and he told him, say, you know, there are other boys that come to me with this very similar dream that they're having. And I'll tell you, every single one of them that never come back is the red wolf that devours the white wolf. He said, you know, son, I know that's not going to happen to you. Your white wolf is going to win. The white wolf is going to win in your story. And the little boy, you know, he got excited. He got encouraged and he lifted up. He sat up a little straighter and says, well, how do you know? He said, because that's the one you're going to feed. That's the one you're going to feed. And guys, you've written your 6-month vision. I hope you've got your 6-month vision. You've got a goal, you've got a dream, you've got a vision of where you're wanting to take your life. And there are people in your life, they are depending upon you stepping in to that dream and stepping into that potential. And I want to share with you in this video to feed your faith and starve your fear. Feed your faith, starve your fear. So let's go. I showed you in the last video our stick person. So I'm going to draw our stick person. So we've got a big circle. And that's going to represent our mind, right? And remember, we've got two parts of our mind. We have our conscious thinking mind and our subconscious mind here. Now I'm going to draw a little neck and then another circle for our body. So there's our body. Here's our neck, there's our mind. And what this represents, again, it says that we simultaneously live on 3 planes of existence. We are spiritual beings, gifted with an intellect, living in a physical body. At the same time, we're living on 3 planes of existence. And although we're experiencing things here on this physical plane, we can see, we can smell, we can taste, we can touch, we can hear, all those kind of things, the largest part of who we are is not here on this physical plane, right? And we said in the last video that our conscious mind, that's our thinking mind, that's where we can have a thought come in, and we can accept or reject that thought. We can have an idea come in and we can use our imagination, take it into the workshop of the imagination, and we can give this idea life, right? When you said the subconscious part of our mind, that's our emotional mind. That's our feeling mind, right? And this part of our mind has no ability to reject any thought that's passed on to it. So as we're talking about feed your faith, starve your fear, I want to share with you how this works, right? So you've got your 6-month vision. I'm just going to use my example. So I've got a 6-month vision. And I'm just going to share with you more of a financial side because maybe you don't relate to my spiritual vision. Maybe you don't relate to my physical health vision. Maybe you don't relate to my family vision, right? but most of us can relate to some kind of financial vision, right? So let's say I've got this vision to be earning $1.3 million, and that is my goal, right? That's the star. That is my goal right there. That's my vision, is to be earning $1.3 million. I have the idea come into my conscious thinking mind for the idea to earn $1.3 million, right? And I can take that idea into the workshop of the mind, and I can say, well, how can I? If that's possible, what are some ways that I could? What are some, how can I add value to other people? What are some methods for me to get there? And then we talk about in the subconscious part of our mind, that part of our mind is where our habits are. That's where our beliefs are. That's where our opinions are. That's where our perceptions are. See, I can have this idea come in, and I can think about it all day. But what's really going to determine if I get to this 1.3 is what I believe about 1.3. See, our beliefs drive our behavior. I want to show you this. Let's say my goal is $1.3 million, and I think that's rich. My belief is 1.3 is rich, right? Well, what if I also have a belief that all rich people are mean, they take advantage of people, they're shady, they're underhanded? And if that is my deep-seated belief about rich people, I'm never going to reach my goal of becoming rich, because my belief says that I think rich people are mean and take advantage of people, and I don't want to be mean and I don't want to take advantage of people, right? Say that's my belief. Say your goal is to lose 50 pounds. Say that's your goal, and you think it's a great goal, but what if your belief says there's nobody in your family that's ever weighed whatever that weight is, right? What if your belief says that, well, in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to give up going to the places I go to. I'm going to have to give up the food that I enjoy to eat, right? And I don't know if I'm willing to do that. Your belief drives your behavior. Belief drives your behavior. So, and while we're on that, I'm going to just this is sidetrack. This is not where I intended to go here, but beliefs, if you have beliefs that are not congruent with where you want to go, we all have these talking monkeys, right? And if I say I want to earn $1.3 million and this belief pops up, or this thought pops up, well, how are you going to do that? You've never done that before. Who do you think you are? That little talking monkey, I call him Norm, N-O-R-M, Norm. If Norm starts talking to you, Norm's like the bully on the playground. How do you get rid of the bully on the playground? You pop him in the nose one good time, right? You have to step up and stand up to the bully. Well, that Norm that's talking, that talking monkey, you have to stand up to him, right? He's asking you a question. And is that true? Or is that just a fact? Is that just an opinion, right? And we're about to get into that here in just a few seconds. So, all right. Feed your faith, starve your fear. So, we know that thoughts come in. What I think about determines how I feel. How I feel determines the actions I take. And the actions I take produce the results that I get. So, let's look at this. So, I can say I want to earn $1.3 million. I have two choices. I can step into my faith, into that I have faith that I can achieve this goal. But on this other side over here, I have this fear that what if you fail, right? What if you fail? So I have faith and I have fear. Well, I can say, well, I have faith that I can accomplish that goal. I have faith that I can do that. There's evidence of other people that have done it. Maybe I haven't done it, but there's faith of other people doing it. And, I've got faith that I can achieve this goal. Well, the skeptic's going to step in and say, well, what are you talking about? 1.3? What makes you think you can earn $1.3 million? There's no proof. There's no proof that you can do that. There's no evidence that you can earn $1.3 million. I mean, there's no evidence. And the skeptic is right. There is no evidence that proves my faith that I can achieve this 1.3. So let's take a look at fear over here. Well, if we take a look at fear, my fear is that, well, you can't accomplish that. You've never accomplished that. What makes you think you can accomplish that? What if you fail? Well, there's no proof in that either, is there? There's no proof that I will fail. There's no evidence to suggest that I will fail. There's no proof and no evidence in either one of them, right? And both are based off of a feeling. Both are based off of a feeling. Both are acts of faith, and both take action, right? Here we're taking action steps that are moving me in the right direction of where I want to go. I say, okay, what's possible? How can I? What's at least one thing I can do? Well, here, these are actions of avoidance, right? Both take action. Actions of avoidance. Action steps that move me closer to where I want to go. And here's the deal. As I move forward, I can actually start to prove that this is either a reality or it's not a reality, right? Because as I take steps forward, I get feedback. And with that feedback, I can adjust. But as I move forward, eventually I will prove this to be a fact. If I stay here, if I stay where I'm at, if I feed my fear and I never take action, then all this has to say is, see, I told you so. Fear says, see, I told you so, but there is no proof to suggest that I never would have accomplished that in the first place. So as you're looking at your goal, I want you to feed your faith. The way you feed your faith is you write out your 6-month vision. You say it day in and day out. And because we think in pictures, as you say that vision statement, I want you to hold an image. Whatever your vision statement is, there will be an image associated with it. I want you to hold that image in your mind. And I want you to see and feel yourself already in possession of that. And then what's at least one thing I can do to take a step forward towards that vision? What's at least one thing? I guarantee you know at least one thing that you could do to take a step forward. Feed your faith, starve your fear. Guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope this has added value to you. This is kind of, again, an area of view we're going to be diving in much deeper as we get going. I look forward Friday. I know if you're catching the recording of this, this will not make sense, but for those of you that are seeing this live during our live training, Friday we're going to be doing a live teaching at 12 p.m. I'll send out that Zoom link. Hope you guys have a great day, and God bless.